before medals, before monuments. There was the silence of men who came home but never returned. Steel had spared their lives, but something else had taken them. Rome carved its glory into marble and bronze, triumphal arches for its generals, sacrifices to its gods. But for the common soldier, the man who carried the shield, who bled into the dirt, the empire offered no arches, only the cold comfort of survival. They called them heroes, yet when the parades ended, they became shadows, ghosts walking in daylight. This is their story, the story of Rome's forgotten wounded. Roman warfare was a cruel intimacy. No gunpowder, no cannons, just men close enough to smell each other's breath, close enough for the gladius to find the soft space between ribs. The Roman gladius, short, stabbing, efficient, was designed for one thing: to kill quickly. But when it failed to kill, it left wounds that never healed. Spears shattered bones, darts bent and tore inside the body, axes from barbarian hands sheared arms clean off, maces crushed skulls. The historian Aulus Cornelius Celsus wrote of entrails spilling into the dust, of jaws smashed beyond recognition. And this was only the beginning of their suffering. Imagine this. You are a legionary. Your shield arm is heavy. Your breath is fire. A spear strikes your thigh. It burns. You fall into the mud laced with blood, excrement, and the bodies of men you once called brothers. Hands grab you, pull you away from the front. You are thrown onto a crude stretcher made from spears and cloaks. Each jolt of the ox cart sends lightning through your wound. You beg for the gods to let you faint, but they do not listen. If you are lucky, you make it to the Valetudinarium, Rome's military hospital, a place divided into rooms for wounds, fevers, infections, and the dying. Here the Medici, Roman army doctors, work by the light of oil lamps. Their tools are iron hooks, bronze saws, crude forceps. Anesthesia? Wine. And if you are truly fortunate, a root of mandrake. If your wound bleeds too much, they sear it shut with red-hot iron. If the flesh begins to rot, they saw the limb away. The screams carry through the camp. No one sleeps. But some wounds are not made of flesh. There are men who return from war with every limb intact, yet cannot sleep, cannot laugh, cannot touch the hands of their wives without seeing blood. Rome had no name for it, no pity, only the belief that weakness was shameful. Tacitus writes of veterans who refused the company of others, who would not join feasts or celebrations. They were alive, but part of them had died where the earth was red. If a soldier's wounds were too great, Rome sent him home with missio causaria, a medical discharge. It sounded honorable. It was not. No land, no pension, no safety. The lucky ones found work, scribes, guards, instructors for new recruits. The unlucky ones wandered the streets of Rome and its provinces, begging in the shadow of the very temples they had bled for. Some sold their skills to mercenaries. Others became gladiators, trading survival for a chance to die with spectacle. Many simply vanished. The empire built statues for victory, none for the broken. Augustus once tried to save them, creating a military treasury for pensions. But when emperors grew corrupt, the gold vanished, and the first to be abandoned were always the men who could no longer fight. We remember Rome for its legions, its discipline, its victories, but every marble arch hides an invisible army. Men who carried scars Rome refused to see. They fought one war for the empire, and another alone against pain, poverty, and oblivion, before medals and before monuments. There was the silence of men who survived the sword but lost themselves. If their story moved you, tell it again. Leave a like, subscribe, and let these voices rise from the dust. And as always, may Mars guide you in battle, and may history never forget those it once used and left behind.